We all love our rice cookers, and we put rice in it, it steams it, and it's sort of like set it and forget it. But a rice cooker can be used for a lot of different things. Today we're going to be using the Comfee Rice Cooker to make a delicious chicken and rice soup that can be made from leftovers. This rice cooker is great because you can saute, you can slow cook, you can do all kinds of fun things in this rice cooker, including making soup. So join me as we make rice cooker chicken and rice soup. So rice cookers make amazing rice. I have been using them for probably 20 years, and I would not want my kitchen to be without one. We're going to be using the Comfee Rice Cooker, and what's different about this rice cooker than ones that I've used in the past is this is a multifunction rice cooker. You can saute, you can brown, you can steam, you can do all that stuff right in this rice cooker. And it's really attractive. It looks like your classic rice cooker. When you open it up, it is just like, most rice cookers. It has this at the top where the steam comes through, and to clean it, all you have to do is pop this out. You take this out and you clean this. And you wipe that down. It's really, really simple. It also has a nice size bowl inside that's non-stick, which is great because this has a saute function. So it is really compact, and I really think this is a nice looking cooker. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank Comfee for sending this. We are going to be making some chicken and rice soup in this thing. So we're going to be cooking the rice first, and then we will later be making the soup. I'll put a link down in the description to this cooker. So this cooker has tons of different functions, and it just has a menu. So if you want to do a quick brown and saute, you click that, rice cook or slow cook, but it also has an expanded menu. You hit the menu button for yogurt, manual, oatmeal, brown rice and quinoa, steam, soup and stew. That's the setting we're going to be using. You can even make pasta in this bad boy and also bake a cake. So let me get some ingredients out. We're first going to make our rice. And one of the things about chicken and rice soup, I've made it a bunch of times and I sort of have a strategy for making it. I have learned that if you start cooking the soup with uncooked rice, the rice tends to suck up all that liquid, and then it gets overly soft and mushy. So the way I do it is I just flat out cook the rice. And one great thing about that is you can actually make this into 2 meals. So you can make some chicken, roast a chicken, and make rice with it one night. And then the leftover rice and the leftover chicken, we can then use the next night to make chicken and rice soup. Because we're going to be putting the rice in almost when the soup is ready and done. That way you don't get that issue of the rice just becoming mush. So let me get some rice out. Let's cook up some rice really quick in the Comfee cooker, and then so we'll have it for our soup. Okay, so this is how these rice cookers work. It is so easy. They come with this little cup, right? All you do is fill this to however many, how much rice you want to make. So I did 2 cups, so I filled it all the way up twice. I put the rice in a strainer like this, and I rinsed it over the sink, and I just let the water run in there and rinse and rinse and rinse. This is Calrose rice, so it's going to be a little bit stickier because it is a medium grain rice. If you want like totally separate grains, use basmati or something like that, something really long grain. This is sort of just medium grain, and I'm just using what I have. So we are going to put this rice into the bowl of our cooker. So what's great about these cookers is these just measure for you. So if you're doing 2 cups of rice, you put 2 cups of rice in here, you fill the line to the 2. If you're doing 3 cups of rice, you put the rice in here and you fill the line to the 3. This gives you the perfect amount of water that you need for the rice. And you can go all the way up to 10, right? So I put 2 cups of rice in here. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up to the 2-cup line with the water. Looks pretty close. Have a couple little stragglers over here that aren't getting in the water. So there we go. You can salt the rice if you would like to. I'm going to be using Better Than Bouillon low sodium chicken broth to make the actual soup. So I don't want to just have a lot more salt in there. So I'm not going to, but if you're making this, it's sort of like a double duty recipe where you're doing some one night and then using it as a leftover makeover. You can salt it if you would like to. So we're going to close this down. We're going to turn on the cooker. We're going to hit rice and we're going to hit start. And it's going to come up to temperature. It's going to steam the rice, and when it's done, it's going to give us a little beep and let us know. So as soon as this is done, we'll be right back. Okay, the rice is done, and woo, nice facial. So I'm going to go ahead and fluff this with a fork. Just be careful and don't touch the edge of, don't scratch your non-stick here. It looks really nice. Yeah, looks really nice. So I'm going to get this out of here and then we'll make the soup. Okay, we got our Comfee cooker here and I got it all plugged in. We're going to go ahead and hit on, and I'm going to hit brown and saute. We're going to let this heat up and then we're going to saute some onions. Okay, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in here. And I have about a half a big onion, or a whole big onion, however much you want to put in here. Ooh, yeah. So look at this. This is a rice cooker, and I'm sauteing in it. That's cool, huh? Uh-huh. So I'm going to saute these until they're translucent. So we're going to put 1 pound of, oh, the onions are translucent. We're going to put 1 pound of frozen mixed vegetables in here. This makes it really quick and easy. You can put chopped carrots and all that and put that in there. I turned the cooker off. So I got 1 pound of frozen mixed vegetables. I have 2 cups of cooked chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken. If you make a meal the night before, you make chicken and rice, make extra, and then you'll have it for the next day, right? So here's 2 cups of cooked chicken. Now I have 8 cups of chicken broth. I made this out of Better Than Bouillon. So we have 8 cups of that. This cooker holds a lot. This is going to be quite a bit of soup for me and Eric. So like I said, we're going to put the rice in just before it's done so the rice doesn't get all mushy. I'm going to put some Sunny Paris, and you can just do this as regular like chicken soup and not necessarily put any seasoning in it, but Sunny Paris will take off that just the chicken broth edge to it, because I really like Better Than Bouillon, but I just don't want a soup that just tastes like Better Than Bouillon. So this is Penzeys Sunny Paris. You can use whatever you want. This has purple shallots, chives, green peppercorn, French basil, French tarragon, chervil, bay leaves, and dill weed. And let me stir this up a little bit Penzeys doesn't put anti-caking agents in their spices. Ooh, yeah. So I'm going to put some in there and then we'll season it later to taste.
Like a tablespoon or so should be enough.
Yeah, about a tablespoon. That looks fantastic. So we are going to turn on the cooker. We're actually going to be using this menu button, and we want to move this over to where it says soup and stew, and we're going to cook hit on. So the soup and stew has a lot longer of a cooking time. We only need to cook this maybe 20 minutes until everything is nice and right? And the vegetables are cooked through, because the chicken is cooked, so we're just heating it. So we'll be back when we're ready to put the rice in. Okay, so we've been cooking the soup for about 20 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. Ooh, it smells fantastic. Nice chicken soup, right? So we're gonna take the rice we cooked earlier. You can cook rice before you do this, or you can just use leftover rice. I'm gonna take a couple cups of this rice, put it in here. I usually put maybe 2 cups. Let's see how that is. That looks nice. Your rice to soup ratio. I'll put another cup in there. 3 cups of rice. Look at that. That looks really good. Chicken and rice soup, guys. We're just gonna let this rice warm through. You don't have to do much to have this be done. We're not gonna cook this maybe for a couple minutes, and then we'll be ready to serve it up. So we'll be right back. So my rice was still a little bit warm, so it only took like 3 minutes to warm it up. If your rice is cold, just cook it 5 minutes or so and you'll be pretty good. So I'm gonna hit stop. We're gonna unplug this bad boy. I'm gonna tell you, the Comfee cooker did a great job. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Woo, it's heavy with all that soup in there. So we have a nice bowl here with the plate. Woohoo, this is my soup bowl. And we're gonna open this bad boy up. First thing I'm gonna do is ladle some broth in here. Ooh, that looks yum yum. Ladle a little more broth in here. Cold weather's coming up, guys. And we're gonna need some soup to get us through till spring. Wow. Look at that. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. Let me get some more, a little bit more filling. And we can take a taste. Okay, guys, we have some homemade chicken and rice soup right in a rice cooker. One thing I like about this rice cooker over the other one that I have is it has all these different functions in it. So you can saute before you cook, and a lot of times that's great because you can develop flavors that way. You can saute and make a pilaf if you want to do rice. You can make a stew. You can even make yogurt in this bad boy. So I give it my thumbs up. It performed really great, and I really enjoyed using it. If you'd like to take a look at this, I'll put links down in the description. I really appreciate Comfee for sending this for us to try out. So let's test the soup. It looks really good. I put a lot of the ingredients in my bowl. So let's see. Let's try the broth first. Really good. Sunny Paris really adds a lot to that. Look, I spilled it on myself. Sunny Paris adds a lot to that. It sort of takes away of that chicken broth taste to it. Although I do really like better than bouillon. It's like I don't want a cup of it, so I want a little bit more different flavor than just that. This will warm you out. Cold days are coming. Wow. I gave myself a lot here. A lot of vegetables and rice. It's hot. Wow, that's tasty. Everything's cooked perfectly, and adding the rice at the end keeps it from mushing up. Really, really good. Really, really good. Put a little cracker in there. Really nice. So one thing I can say is you could actually make this into 2 meals. Cook you some chicken, like I said, make some rice, make extra, save it over for the next day, make you some chicken and rice soup. I think you'll really like it. It is very, very tasty. It's nice and comforting. If you like this recipe, please give me a comment and a like down below. Also, the link for the cookers down there. Hit the little bell and you'll get notifications of our uploads. Also, visit my website, amylearnstocook.com. This recipe will be out on the website. It's printable, it's searchable, it's all that fun stuff. You can also catch me on social media at Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook. On Facebook, you can catch me at facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook. And on Instagram, you can catch me at Cooking with Amy. Now, I need to get back to this soup. That's delicious.